All of the following are true statements regarding economic obsolescence, except it is easy to cure. The most commonly used form of listing agreement is the exclusive right to sell. Which of the following real estate financing instruments is most commonly used in California? A trust deed. The most difficult part of the income approach is to determine the capitalization rate. The real property tax rate for the county is set by the County Board of Supervisors. Banks in California are insured by the FDIC. Which side of the street do merchants generally prefer to locate on in a commercial area? Either south or west. A trust deed is signed by the truster. Which of the following would cause a loss in value of real property due to economic obsolescence? Deterioration of surrounding neighborhoods due to shabby, rundown buildings. All of the following are considered to be one of the basic elements found in all valid contracts except enforceability. Which of the following is considered to be real property? Uncut standing timber sold with the land. Which of the following government-backed loans is insured? FHA. A loss in value of property due to outmoded style or non-use space is caused by functional obsolescence. Which of the following would be considered to be boot in a tax-deferred exchange? Net mortgage relief, cash received, personal property received. A copy of the listing agreement must be given to the signing party immediately after it is signed. Which of the following violations of the real estate law will fall under Section 10177? False advertisement, panic selling, misuse of trade name. Which of the following is one of the four special forces that affect the value of property? Physical forces, economic forces, social forces. Annual straight-line depreciation is determined by dividing costs of improvements by year. A clause in a financial instrument that allows a lender to determine immediate payment of the entire loan balance is known as an acceleration clause. An applicant for a real estate license must submit classifiable fingerprints to which of the following? State Department of Justice. The appraisal approach that takes the current selling price of similar properties and adjusts these prices up or down for any differences in the properties is the market comparison approach. In a trust deed, the trustee is required to issue a reconveyance deed when the promissory note is paid in full. The most complete form of land ownership, which carries with it the maximum bundle of rights, is known as a fee simple estate. A loan broker must keep a copy of a mortgage loan disclosure statement on file for 3 years. Which of the following appraisal methods can be used to determine the value of real property? The comparative approach, the cost approach, the income approach. The seller of a 10-year-old condominium must provide a buyer with all of the following documents except a public report. The uppermost wood member in a roof is known as the ridge board. The term company dollar refers to the company income after commission. A lease for more than 1 year must be in writing. To be valid in the court of law, it must be signed by the lessor. A contract that is valid on its face but may be revoked by one of the parties is classified as voidable. In which of the following government-backed loan programs could a home be purchased with no money down? VA. When a tenant assigns his or her lease, the assignee becomes which of the following? The tenant. Which of the following appraisal approaches arrives at the value of property by measuring the present worth of future benefits, income approach. The percentage of the appraisal value that the lender will loan the borrower to purchase the property is called the loan-to-value ratio. In most instances where the letter M is used in a zoning code, it would designate an area which may be used for industrial. Boot is an important consideration in a tax-free exchange. Violations of the California real estate law are prosecuted by local district attorney. A quitclaim deed is executed by the grantor. An existing contract is replaced with an entirely new contract. This act is referred to as novation. The statute of fraud has to do with that which must be in writing. A special power of attorney allows the authorized person to transact one specific act for its principle, such as sell a property. An escrow amendment must be signed by the seller and buyer. All of the following would constitute a remedy for a breach of contract except partial performance. The real estate commissioner is appointed by the governor. In a trust deed, the person who borrows the money is known as a trustor. A transfer disclosure statement is required for the sale of residential property consisting one of 4 units. A copy of the deposit receipt should be given to the parties involved in a real estate transaction when it is signed. What clause is an instrument of finance? What clause in an instrument of finance will permit a change in the property of a lien on a property? Subordination clause. A security deposit for unfurnished residential property may not be for more than an amount equal to 2 months' rent. A security deposit for unfurnished residential property may not be for more than an amount equal to 2 months' rent. A transaction file of all the important broker and sales documents concerning a property must be maintained by the broker for 3 years. When is real property reassessed for tax purposes? When it is sold or transferred.